Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NXT Vengeance Day review. Watching on the WWE Network last night. We had some very fun things happen, interesting things happen. On the pre-show, as we saw, kickoff show, as we saw, we had the debut of L.A. Knight, formerly known as Eli Drake in Impact Wrestling and NWA. Been a rumor for a while, him showing up in NXT. We'll see what the gimmick takes him. It's basically the same gimmick he's always had. That big mouth talker who can wrestle some. He's not horrible in the ring. He's pretty decent. So I look for some big things from him. Also, leading up to Vengeance Day, we did see some online information about some signings to the Performance Center. Anthony Henry, formerly of Evolve. He looks like he's been signed for about a week or two now. Can't wait to see him in NXT. Tyler Valkyrie, formerly Impact Women's Champion, longest reigning Impact Women's Champion, got signed. I was sort of disappointed in the next guy, Blake Christian. I've been talking about him on here for a long time, GCW fame and some other shows. Finally, most recent in Impact Wrestling, he signed with Performance Center. And I would say disappointing because I don't think for his talent, WWE and NXT is the right place to go. I think AEW or New Japan or something like that, kind of the Will Ospreay follow-up to New Japan would be a great place for him. But hey, I can't wait to see big things from him. His buddy Alex Zane is there. I've talked about them on some of the GCW shows I've done. Alex Zane, Blake Christian, they're really good friends. They have a chemistry when they're tagged. They have a chemistry against each other. I kind of put them in the same kind of light as like an Edge and Christian type, where they can go out there, they can tag together, put on a freaking 4-star match. They can go out there and say, you know what, one-on-one, let's do this, let's go burn the house down. 4-star match, done, been seen there, done there. You know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens the same way. That kind of independent chemistry, teaming, separate, together, etc. Can't wait to see big things there as well. And I know some other form of Evolve wrestlers in the Performance Center. As this next crop starts coming out through the Performance Center in NXT, as we've seen MSK, Wesley, and Nash Carter, same way with them, part of the Rascals from Impact Wrestling, among other indie shows. So they had a big night at Vengeance Day. So let's jump right into that. Vengeance Day overall, great show. I gave it overall star rating of 4. Basically, when I say overall star rating, that's all 5 matches. Average star rating 4. That is one of the top 10 best takeovers in history. And 4-star rating ties it for 9th all time. Ties it with Chicago and Portland. So yeah. So 9th, 10th, and 11th all time of the 33 takeovers. So great stuff. Let's jump right in. First match, we had the women's finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We had Dakota Kai, her bodyguard teammate Raquel Gonzalez, which they've been together for a long time, up against a newer team, Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. As I said in the preview, I knew this match would be good, which it was. It's just kind of watching Dakota Kai grow. I've seen her in the Mae Young Classic, seen her through NXT, feuding with Tegan Knox, and just like kind of seen her now blossoming into such a great tag team wrestler with Raquel Gonzalez. Them getting the victory there, going on to get a women's tag title shot. So shortly we'll see Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, which will be kind of neat because all 4 have a background in NXT. So that may be a WrestleMania match possibly, if not Chamber or Fastlane. So Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, they give it their all. 2 very talented wrestlers here. Shotzi Blackheart, I've been watching her from when she was on the Indies with Evolve, with Shine. Watching her kind of get her Evolve contract and then get on to NXT has been kind of neat to watch. Both of those expect big things in the future, but I give this match 3.5. Great match to start the show with. Next up, we had the NXT North American title on the line. Oh my goodness. What is kind of cool, there was a storyline underneath the storyline already going on with Gargano and Kushida. We have Dexter Lumis. He's been kind of following Austin Theory in the way and getting involved, and kind of making them paranoid. As you had Gargano and Indy Hardwell and Candice LeRae all coming out, and Austin Theory at the very back of it. They're all backstage. Okay, let's go out there. Look, we got this. We're going to take this. We're going to keep the title. And then all of a sudden, Dexter Lumis appears and just grabs Theory, covers his mouth so you couldn't hear him say anything. They get to the ring and Gargano's like, "Where's Theory at? Where's Austin at?" And they're all kind of paranoid looking around, and he sends the girls back to find him, which I fast through for a little bit of it, so maybe they did find him, but I never saw them find him. We go out there, Kushida. As we know, Kushida came over from New Japan, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. This was his best match in NXT by far. Gargano, what can you say? Johnny TakeOver. He takes everything he's done at TakeOver and just keeps building up on it. He was able to retain his NXT North American title here. I give it 4 1/4. It was one of the best matches out there. I know I talked to Justin over Justin Illusion over on YouTube, and he said he gave it 4 1/2. So, but yeah, that match was great. Gargano is just so awesome in the ring. I want him to stay in NXT forever. I hate to see him move up and do something different, but there's a lot of feuds he can do. But there's a lot of things he can do with the guys coming in. That would be real. I mean, Blake Christian, Alex Zane versus Johnny Gargano. Yeah, you don't know what you're missing until you see something like that. That would be freaking awesome. So, just like I said in my preview, I did predict Gargano to win that. Now, next up, we had the men's finals for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The winner of this goes on to get an NXT Tag Team title shot. We had the youngsters in MSK, Wesley and Nash Carter, formerly known as the Rascals in Impact Wrestling, versus the grizzled young veterans of James Drake and Zack Gibson, Liverpool's #1. One of my favorite tag teams from NXT UK. The Grizzled young veterans. Watched them follow them in progress in Rev Pro. So this match, just that you had the fighting style of the Grizzled young veterans, you had the high flying style of the MSK. You had two different fighting styles, which when you get the right two styles together, they just mesh and it's gold. And that's what we had here. We had the upstart fighting MSK getting the victory over the Grizzled young veterans, becoming Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners in just a phenomenal 4 1/4 star match. Just unbelievable how great this match was and MSK now going on to be a matchup with Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch for the NXT Tag Team Championships. That'll be a phenomenal match. I was kind of hoping in the preview I said Grizzled young veterans, but hey, you know what? I'm happy I was wrong. Just like with the women's, I'm happy I'm wrong. I think the matchups will be good, honestly. And then the more I look at that match, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, I think this match actually goes better. So I was wrong on both Dusty Rhodes Classic winners, but I was right on everything else. So go figure that one out. NXT Women's Title Online, we had a triple threat match with Mercedes Martinez versus Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. Io Shirai, if I had to rank all the women in WWE right now based on match quality, in-ring ability, what I personally thought, I would have a hard time not making her #1. And if anybody wants to argue that point, please comment below. I want to hear who your #1 is. If it's not Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Sasha Banks, or Bayley, we done talking. But yeah, I think she's right there with the elite of the elite. Bianca Belair versus Io Shirai at Mania. Who else thinks that would be intriguing? But hey, you know what? Bianca's still got to make her choice. It's probably going to be Sasha, which I'm fine with. But so Io Shirai actually retaining the title here. I give it 3 1/2. I've seen better. I think a Toni versus Io would have been better. I think Toni versus Mercedes Martinez would have been better straight up. I think the triple threat, actually for me personally, on this kind of match took a little away from it. But overall, it's a great match. Io getting the victory, retaining her NXT Women's title. To our main event, we had NXT Championship on the line. We had the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus the NXT Champion Finn Balor, first time ever. Oh my goodness. The hard hitting of Pete Dunne versus the aerial, just, methodicness of Finn Balor. Finn hit a couple. We all know Pete Dunne likes that particular mouth guard he uses. He always, you see him put it in and stuff. I guess something that happened had come out, or Finn actually ripped it out of his mouth, one of the two. Finn hurled off and kicked him, and a freaking drop kicked him in the face. I've never seen somebody get drop kicked in the face that hard and kick out. He had a coup de grace, and I think it was a drop kick. He tried for a pin, kick out. He hit the coup de grace, then he hit the his finisher, and then boom! It was done. It was like that, boom, boom, concession at the end of it. Overall, it was a phenomenal match. I'm really excited. I give it 4.5. What's crazy is, if you watch an WWE, you kind of know, and I watched it delayed, so I knew there's time left. So I knew something was getting ready to happen. And as he's getting out of the ring, I'm like, okay, what's going on? He's backing up the ring. All of a sudden, Lorgan and Burch come out and attack him. They've been running with Pete Dunne. So it's a 3-on-1 beatdown. Undisputed music hits. The Undisputed Era comes out. Roddy, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole. Kyle O'Reilly and Finn tagged together in a Dusty Road Classic. They kind of had this little respect, friendship going on. So they help him. Kyle helps him up. And Adam Cole's like, why are you helping him? He's our enemy. And they would just, when Kyle stepped back and just super kicked the holy hell out of Finn Balor, I'm like, oh damn, Adam Cole heel turn, I like you, oh Lord. That's the cool thing about like Adam Cole, he's early 30s. He reminds me of a Shawn Michaels when it comes, especially with that super kick, and just like this moment here, he just had that little snark on his face, like, all right, screw you, kick him in the face. And then of course O'Reilly's like, dude, what did you do that for? And then O'Reilly took one. And then of course Roddy's sitting there going, what the hell's going on here, My two best friends are fighting each other. My one best friend just kicked Gillen's head off. Now what? He had Cole backing up the ramp, just kind of like, yeah, I just did that. I'm like, okay, we have heel Adam Cole. We may have just blown up the Undisputed Era. We're going to end up with Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Okay, I'm fine with that. Please, let's do that at one of the Wednesday shows. Then let's put the title on Kyle O'Reilly. No, better yet. Here we go, folks. Cole versus O'Reilly, non-title. Alright, there's obviously no title involved. Have Cole win that. Have Cole beat Balor for the title. At WrestleMania, NXT title on the line. We either one of two options for the NXT title. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT title. O'Reilly beats Cole. Or we do, wait for it, Finn Balor versus Adam Cole. Finn Balor versus Edge. Edge versus Adam Cole. Or let's just do a ladder match for the NXT title. Adam Cole, Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, Edge. 4-way ladder match NXT title, WrestleMania, the night one main event. Book it now, Dano. You have Edge putting over young guys. He thinks highly of Finn Balor. Obviously Cole probably has his respect. Kyle O'Reilly's a young guy. So this way you're not having people get pinned. Edge doesn't have to take a pin. It's a ladder match, so everybody's going to be thinking Edge is going to win because Edge is ladder match king. If Kyle O'Reilly come out of there with that title. So no one got pinned, so no one looked bad. Edge still kind of keeps up strong. Then you can feud O'Reilly with whoever you want. Then you can do maybe a Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso versus Roman Reigns at Mania. And then you got Sheamus versus McIntyre. So there's your 3 main events for WrestleMania with NXT guys, with Edge, with the world titles. Oh yeah, by the way, we do Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, and then Asuka and Charlotte. So, I just booked WrestleMania. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Hope you enjoyed NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day as much as I did. Stay tuned to the Robert Sports Show for more wrestling and Elimination Chamber coming up, for NASCAR coming up. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.